Dan Willis here, and we're talking about Windham Professionals. Now, this is a large, aggressive, first and third party debt collection agency. They're headquartered in Salem, New Hampshire, with additional branch offices in New York, Tennessee, and Nevada, and they'll service debt all over the nation across a variety of industries, including defaulted student loans, financial services, healthcare, government, telecommunications, and more. The first item on our agenda is the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act. This is federal legislation intended to regulate the debt collection industry, and in short, it says debt collectors are required to be honest, straightforward, and upfront, in addition to giving you that modicum of respect and dignity that every human being deserves. And yes, this is violated about as often as our drug laws in this country. If you'd like some help, you can get a free credit consultation by calling toll-free 1-877-418-7596. Now, will paying off Windham collections improve your credit? This is one of the most common concerns when folks discover they have debt in collections. And it can. But if all you do is just pay that debt off and nothing more, the only thing that's going to happen is a change in the status of that item on your credit report. It's going to go from an unpaid to a paid collection. A paid collection is still a negative, damaging, derogatory item that's going to pull your credit score down. FICO says, and we quote, "The fact that you have collections listed on your credit report will almost certainly lower your FICO score." Anthony Sprague, a spokesman for FICO, says collections on your credit report can damage and drag your credit score down by as much as 100 points. That's huge. You see, the key to fixing your credit is to remove those dings, those blemishes, those negative items from your credit report. Those negative items are late payments, collections, charge-offs, judgments, liens, and many more. Those are the real credit score killers. Your credit score is a lot like your grade point average in glory school days past. It doesn't matter if you're acing all your courses, if you're failing gym class, because that's going to mess up your overall GPA. And this principle is true, if not even more so, of your credit score. And if you'd like some help, you can get a free credit consultation by calling toll-free 1-877-418-7596. Now let's talk about the collection methods. In addition to those phone calls, in addition to those letters, in addition to them reporting negative information on your credit report, they can also inflate your total balance by charging you super high interest rates and even collection fees. It's legal for them to charge you collection fees. We could share some horror stories from some of our members, but we don't have the time here. If they're unable to collect payment from you, they have two options to move forward. Either one, they can sell your account to yet another debt collector. This new debt collector, of course, is going to start calling you, of course, going to start sending you letters, and they're also going to report even more negative information on your credit report. Or two, they can sue you, as in file a civil lawsuit against you. Their goal, if they do this, is to win a judgment, because then they've really got you by the short and curlies. Depending on where you live, because every state has unique laws, judgments can lead and result in wage garnishment, liens being placed against you and your property, and even asset seizure, not to mention it'll totally annihilate your credit score. If you'd like some help, you can get a free credit consultation by calling toll-free 1-877-418-7596. Now, the first step for all consumers dealing with any collection agency is to request debt validation. This is your right as a consumer granted under the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act. And essentially what we're saying when we do this, since we didn't do business directly with Windham Professionals, we're saying, hey, Windham Professionals, you first prove this is actually my debt, because we didn't buy anything from you. You just came out of the woodwork contacting us saying we owe you money. You first prove this is actually our debt, it's legit, everything's on the level, on the up and up, and so forth. If they fail to validate your account for any reasons, it's most effective if you make your request in writing and send it using certified mail with return receipt requested. That way you'll have evidence that you requested validation and that they received it. They're required to respond within 30 days by giving you documents, paperwork, evidence that proves, yes, this is your debt. If they fail to validate your account with According to the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, then that debt is legally forgiven, as in you are no longer legally responsible for payment. Further, they're supposed to contact all 3 of the credit bureaus to have them remove that collection from your credit report because it's messing up your credit score. If you'd like some help, you can get a free credit consultation by calling toll-free 1-877-418-7596. Now, the second item here is the statute of limitations. This is the legal time window for which you're legally responsible for repayment for a debt, and it's not forever. Generally, this is a state law and it does vary, so investigate your local listings. Generally, this is 7 years. After 7 years, once that time window expires and runs out, then the debt is legally forgiven, and that is a state law. And this applies to most types of debt. And one of the types that it does not apply to are defaulted federal student loans. If you're dealing with a defaulted federal student loan, the statute of limitations does not apply. It does apply to healthcare, credit cards, charge-off debt, telecommunications, retail, utilities, and so many more. But the few exceptions are defaulted student loans and federal income taxes. And warning, debt collectors are notorious for re-aging consumer accounts for obvious purposes so they can continue to attempt to collect payment. It's naive to believe any debt collectors are just sitting around waiting to forgive your debt, my debt, or Joe's debt. If you'd like some help, you can get a free credit consultation by calling toll-free 1-877-418-7596. Again, that's for a free credit consultation, and the toll-free phone number is 1-877-418-7596. This is Stan Willis. We're going to include a link in the description below over to an article for the full story at our website. We have a free report available there, the 7 proven ways to boost your credit score. And of course, subscribe and join our congregation, because coming up next, we're going to be talking about how to negotiate a settlement payment with Windham Professionals and doing these next 2 steps, and of course to get that item off of your credit report. So of course, subscribe and join our congregation. Have a wonderful day, and looking forward to talking to you again here soon.